barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit. Thank you, Lincoln. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Um, I gotta. Here's what before I start this video. Lincoln's supposed to be upstairs napping. Before I do this video, I need you guys to make a commitment to tweet this to your favorite fighter. Tweet this to your favorite promoter. Instagram it, message it, email it. Because here's the catch. I'm going to give the fighters a tip, and I know 9 out of 10 fighters don't use this, but I'm going to give it to them. They're not subscribed to my Patreon, but I'm going to give this to them for free. Okay? Whether you're a 6-figure fighter, a 5-figure fighter, a 7-figure fighter, whatever the case may be. All right? If you're a 5-figure fighter, you need to relocate to a city. I don't give a fuck who your trainer is. We're thinking long term, right? You need to relocate to a city that advocates for how much you're worth. All right? So many fighters make $10,000 a purse, $15,000 a purse, and they live in New York City. You need to be living in Kansas City, Missouri. You need to be living in Detroit, Michigan. Well, Detroit, Michigan is coming up now, but you got South Dakota, North Dakota, right? And you can start there. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you're a 6-figure fighter and a 7-figure fighter, you have a lot more movement, right? You have a lot more movement. First, let me finish with the 5-figure fighters. Because when you get your check, how you can defer your taxes or lower your taxable income is buying property. And you create a loss on your property that you just bought. I'm not getting into details about this, but I'm telling you, if you have an accountant, they'll explain all this to you, and your real estate agent. Okay, go ahead. Come down here. Come over here. Use this bathroom downstairs. And if you, let me get back on track. Thank you. Call me when you're done.
What's this? What are all these words on there?
Okay. Thank you. So if you're a 5-figure, so you can put $10,000 down on a home. Too many fighters, too many young and up-and-coming fighters want to live in a big city, want to do X, Y, Z, and go broke. You're living basically, you're literally starving yourself. Thank God for Uber. Thank God for Lyft. Thank God for Postmates, because it allows you to have income coming in. You understand where I'm coming from? So at the end of it, if you're a 5-figure, move to a smaller city so you can be successful and have some sort of income coming in and create some assets, right? Now, 6-figures and 7-figure fighters. I'm going to clump these two guys together. All right. If you're a 6- and a 7-figure fighter. Daddy, yes? I heard something is coming from upstairs and from Kennedy's room. Okay, thank you. If you're a 7-figure fighter, the first thing you need to do when you get your check, because they don't take taxes out of the fighters' checks. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen a handful of checks. They don't take taxes out of your checks, right? And you have to pay taxes on your money, right? 2 things you need to do. 1, every time you get a check, open up a nonprofit. And 2, buy a piece of property. You can have 15 nonprofits. It doesn't matter. And the reason why is you're going to donate 20% to your nonprofit, right? And you're going to spend another 20-30% on buying it. Yes? Okay. And you're going to spend another, give me a second. I'll come right back, guys. Let me finish the link. All right, I'm back. So let me tell you real quick. If you're a 6- or 7-figure fighter, every time you get a check, every time you fight on Fox, PBC, ESPN, and so on and so forth, here's what you do. Open up a nonprofit every time you do it. It's going to cost you $500 to do this, right? $500, okay? No money. No nominal money if you're making $1 million, 6 figures, right? And 2, buy a piece of property. So let's say you make $1 million. We're just gonna use nice round numbers, right? Let's just use round numbers, right? You make $1 million. You take 20% of that $1 million and you throw it into a nonprofit. You put $200,000 into a nonprofit, right? You take another $200,000 and you buy property. Your taxable income is $600,000. You understand? And then you have accrued losses because you're just starting a new nonprofit. You're just starting a new property. So the roof may cave in. You may have to hire an assistant for your nonprofit. You may have to hire a CFO. You may have to hire an administrator for your nonprofit. You understand? Your administrator can be your wife. Your administrator can be your 18-year-old child. You understand where I'm coming from. So I'm giving you guys this game for free. And apply this to your life. It may be fighters, right? If you make $100,000 a year, funnel $20,000 to a nonprofit. Your taxable income is $80,000. You understand where I'm coming from? So at the end of the day, man, I was having this conversation last night and I was like, we need to have these conversations because I think they're exceptionally important. I know these conversations typically go on my Patreon. I'm going to repost this to my Patreon as well. But I think it's just entirely important that we begin the conversation about economic improvement and independently economically efficient. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I mean? So I'm going to recap real quick. If you are a $1,000 fighter, get out of New York City, get out of Chicago, get out of Miami. Okay, you are a broke motherfucker. Accept it. You are aspiring to become a multi-million-dollar fighter. Move to Kansas City. Move to South Dakota. Move to North Dakota. Right? Take that $20,000 that you just had an 8-round main event on. Right? Take that shit to South Dakota. Buy yourself a house. All right? You own it. Okay? You own where you live. Okay? Your mortgage payment will be $1,200 a month. You know what I mean? You have a beautiful home. You'll have some acreage. You'll have some land. Whatever the case may be. Right? If you are a 6- and 7-figure fighter, open up a nonprofit every time you get a check. Animal rescues. Single mothers, battered women, single men, helping convicted felons. You can make a nonprofit on anything. A nonprofit can be anything. Okay? All right? And then you also buy a piece of property. It lowers your taxable income. Send this to all your favorite fighters. I'm just talking big right now. I'm not talking about like if I'm not the expert on it. I don't have the credentials to teach you guys step by step. I have the credentials. I just don't have the legal credentials to navigate you in a professional manner. So consult your professionals. All right. I can walk you through how to open up a nonprofit. I can walk you through how to buy a property. I'm just not a real estate agent. All right. At the end of the day, please share this with your favorite fighter. Share this with your favorite promoter. Share this with make sure you listen to this in every gym that you go to. This video needs to be played. You need to turn down Lil Baby. You need to turn down your favorite Drake song, your favorite Jay-Z song. But this video is going to be about 10 minutes long. All right? You guys need to listen to this video and start creating that mindset in the gym that you work out at. All right? You don't need to live in Los Angeles. You can come to Los Angeles for 12 weeks and have your camp. But you own a house in South Dakota. You own a house in North Dakota. You can go to Colorado Springs and do a 12-week camp with your favorite trainer. But you own a house in North Dakota. You own a house in Omaha, Nebraska. You understand where I'm coming from? So at the end of the day, man, I need us to be resourceful and use the tax codes to our advantage. Okay? There's a saying, if you're looking forward to a tax return, you're in the wrong tax bracket. I'll say it again. If you're looking forward to a tax return, you're in the wrong tax bracket. Okay? And I just want to encourage y'all, okay? Be conscientious of the money you make and the money you save. All right, because if you just take the $1 million check, 40% of it is gone. You're only making $600,000 between paying everybody, paying taxes. You're only clearing $600,000. But if you want to clear $600,000 and have tax credit, see what you need to do with your fighters. See, oh man, I'm gonna go deeper than I intended. Every trainer, if you are a $1 million fighter, I'm gonna make this a separate video too. If you are, pay attention, listen to, send this to everybody. If you are a $1 million fighter, your trainer can be an executive on your nonprofit. Let that sink in. And he's helping kids box and train. It could be your son. It could be your daughter. It could be 10 kids in the street. It doesn't matter. I just want to help you guys. This is the conversation I had last night with that fighter. I was helping him navigate his money. He's fucking filthy rich. And he's like, man, I'm trying to live forever. I'm trying to, and I was walking him through these processes. He's like, God damn, I never knew this stuff. And your promoters, and the promoter has a job to do. The promoter got 10 fighters. He trying to get fights. He trying to get you paid. So you need a financial advisor. So consider this a words of wisdom. All right. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.